The night the fog swallowed Black Hollow, the sea forgot how to whisper. Waves struck the cliffs in silence, and even the gulls refused to cry. Among the sleeping cottages, a dim light flickered from the edge of the old pier, a lantern, swaying in the wind like a heartbeat that refused to die. It was said that whoever carried that lantern could speak to the souls trapped between the tides and the stars. Few believed that now, though. The legend had become a bedtime story for fishermen and drunk poets. Elias Wren, however, was neither. He was a gravekeeper, 30 years of tending to the forgotten, speaking to stones that could not answer. He had buried lovers, soldiers, children, and thieves, but that night he dug not for the dead, but for truth. His sister, Mara, had vanished a year ago under a crimson moon. Only a trail of footprints led to the sea, and the same lantern now glowing at the pier had been hers. He walked toward it with the slowness of a man approaching his own memory. The air was thick with salt and something older, the scent of rusted prayers. The lantern, small and brass-framed, burned with a light that was not fire. It pulsed like a living thing, whispering softly in a language Elias could almost understand. When he touched it, the flame flared and the world folded in half. He found himself standing in a place where sea met sky, where color had forgotten how to exist. Shadows drifted like jellyfish, and every ripple in the water hummed with human voices. Faces appeared beneath the surface, pale, sorrowful, reaching up. Among them was one he knew. Mara, he breathed. Her reflection smiled, though her lips never moved. The voice came from everywhere at once. You came, brother. You shouldn't have. Elias knelt beside the spectral water. I swore I'd find you. Tell me what happened. The lantern called me, she said, her tone trembling like glass in wind. It called all of us. The souls the sea could not take, the ones who died with words unspoken. It feeds on memory, Elias. On regret. It promises light, but it drinks what makes us human. The air quivered. A figure emerged from a fog, tall, cloaked in darkness, stitched with stars. In its hand glowed another lantern, much larger, carved with the symbols of countless forgotten tongues. Its light shimmered in shades that had no name. The keeper of lanterns. Its voice was deep enough to rattle bone. Every soul seeks illumination, yet few can bear its truth. You have come for her, mortal. Will you bear her weight? Elias clenched the lantern. Take me instead. The keeper laughed, the sound like waves breaking on skulls. A noble bargain, but nobility is not currency here. You offer me your flame, yet you carry more shadow than she ever did. Elias felt the light within his lantern flicker. Around him, the sea of souls began to churn. Faces screamed silently beneath the black water, twisting in agony. He realized then what the keeper meant. The lantern did not just hold souls, it collected them. Every time someone used it to speak with the dead, it consumed a piece of their life. But Elias had already decided he would not leave without Mara. He stepped forward, raising the lantern high. You said illumination brings truth. Then show me mine. The keeper tilted its head. So be it. The light exploded. He saw himself as a child, laughing beside Mara on the cliffs. He saw the day she left, running from their father's cruelty, from the graveyard he now tended. He saw every name he had carved into stone, every promise he had broken. He saw that Mara had not drowned. He had pushed her. Not from malice, but from blind rage, the kind that burns and then forgets what it has destroyed. The truth hit like a tidal wave. His breath tore from his lungs. No, that can't be. The keeper's lantern dimmed. Truth has no mercy. Mara's voice echoed, soft and broken. You did not mean it, Elias. But your sorrow called me here. And now, your guilt keeps me bound. He fell to his knees. Then let me free you. To free me, she whispered, you must free yourself. He looked at the lantern in his hand, its flame now trembling like a dying heart. With trembling fingers, he lifted it high, then smashed it against the stone beneath his feet. The light screamed. 1,000 voices rose from the sea, howling, gasping, finally breathing. The lantern burst into silver fire that swept across the horizon, turning the fog into day. The keeper shrieked, its form unraveling into dust. The sea calmed. The voices faded into peace. When Elias awoke, the sun was rising over Black Hollow. The pier stood silent. The lantern was gone. Only a small charm remained, a piece of glass shaped like a teardrop, glowing faintly with warmth. He held it close to his chest. For months after, people said they saw a figure walking the cliffs at dawn, carrying no lantern, but leaving trails of light behind him. They said his eyes were filled with stars, and his voice echoed with those he had set free. Elias never returned to the graveyard. Instead, he built small lanterns out of driftwood and left them along the shore. Each night, they shimmered, guiding lost sailors and wandering souls alike. The sea no longer whispered with sorrow. It sang. And somewhere beyond that horizon, Mara's laughter joined the wind.